What is up, my nerd friends? We're going to take the old TRX4 out on trail and give this Fusion a run through. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the Charlie Show, brought to you by HOBBYWING. We are going to take this Quicrun Fusion powered TRX4 out on trail, and let's talk about a couple things here before we get out there. This is a 1600 milliamp 70C rated 3-cell LiPo. The Fusion is the 1800 kV, and this has the 11-tooth pinion gear with the stock spur gear on it. These are 1.9 TSL Super Swampers, and this truck is, for the most part, pretty stock. It has the upgraded steering servo in it. This is the Traxxas, the red one, 400 ounce. I'm not sure exactly what the ratings are. I do have one dead shift servo. I think it's the rear one. It hasn't worked in a real long time, but the rest of them seem to work all right. This truck has been through hell and back and had virtually no maintenance other than a broken gear got replaced in one of the portals. So the bearings are real bad shape, and all the driveline and all that is pretty, I don't know, wore out to say the least. But truck runs a Proline Yoda body that used to have a bed, but we got rid of that. A bunch of my friends have pretty, what I call a comp scaler. The trucks are more for trail performance than they are for looking cool. So not that scale, but drive super rad and can do all sorts of cool climbs. So this truck, kind of to keep up with that, got stripped of all its extra parts. So that's first gear, punch. Real exciting as always. Kind of standard TRX4 speed. I think the 1800 kV motor is, give or take, real similar in speed to the stock motor. Just gives you that super nice low speed crawling and all that. If you don't know about the Fusion, it is a 2-in-1. The motor has a speed control built into it, and it's not, you know, that's not necessarily an all new tech that's been around from, you know, different stuff, but this is F.O.C, the field orientation control, which is a closed loop sensor system that works extremely well for the rock crawlers. And that's kind of the big difference in what the HOBBYWING F.O.C stuff is over everybody else, that it has this kind of unstoppable low speed resolution, and we'll show you some of that here in just a second. I just want to get myself a little warmed up. It has been a very long time since I've driven this truck. I forgot, this thing always is called pretty darn good. Something sounds very grindy and nasty. I don't know what that is. Let's see if we can shift gears. Oh, shift servo does not want to. There we go. Oh, wow. There. Not sure that it even used second gear there. Almost saw that. Oh, look at this. Trash on trail, jerks. Alright. So even in second gear, it's still pretty slow. So let's see. We'll drop her back down in the first gear. Alright, so this is the one I like. The stock Traxxas setup's got that cruise control built into the radio, and that all still works. So you can get it to creep, and then hit the set button. Hold on. I let off right as I hit it. So you get it to creep, hit the set button. Oh, I'm not hitting the set button, that's why. This is the set button. And you can set the controller down, and it'll just creep along. Now, this is the difference in the F.O.C stuff, is that as things get in the way, you know, in a brushed motor, it'll stall out and do goofy stuff. This guy will just keep on trucking at basically the same speed the whole time, and that is something kind of unique to this F.O.C style of brushless field orientation control, is what that stands for. And the Fusion, like I said, is the quick run version of what the Axe could be, with a couple things stripped out. It does not have the Bluetooth built into it. It comes with a programming box that plugs in via a little harness into the back of the switch, so you can still do almost all of the tuning that the Axe has. There's a couple features that are a little bit different. For the most part, for average trail usage and stuff like that, the thing is great and has more than enough settings. Drag brake rate, the strength of the drag brakes obviously, and the reverse speed, rotation's adjustable, all that fun stuff. But I mean, I could sit here and watch this thing drive slow like that kind of all day long. And again, radio's still sitting there. We haven't done anything, so pretty darn neat. Is that enough of that yet? No, let's watch it finish. The radio's still over there. I might have to steer it. Yeah, we'll just let it drive on out. Radio's still over there. It's pretty cool, right? But I mean, if you're in a slow crawling, can you beat that? And that's just with the stock TRX radio. So the throttle resolution and all that stuff could, I mean, I just kind of set it at a kind of low speed. We could probably get it to go a little slower than this, but all right. Now, another one that I'm pretty impressed with always with these F.O.C style systems is the downhill driving. So I'm gonna bring her over here, get us on kind of a down slope, and just watch the kind of, now this I'm driving the truck. We're not going to cruise control it down here because I don't want to flop over all this. But get an idea here of how lug by lug we can get this when we get up on the edge. Rolling back out of the throttle just a little bit. Get it to slow down as much as possible so we can try to come down this hill at once. This is too steep. This isn't going to work at all. But with traditional sensor-based brushless stuff, a lot of times when you go to drive downhill, it's not a fantastic situation because the truck will pull downhill because when the vehicle's under power, it can't really stop itself. But F.O.C style, you get only the speed of the motor that you're giving it, regardless of the load that it's on. Oh, flopper. Okay. I'm just trying to turn around and I can't even get myself turned around. Back to the top, people. All right, so let's see if I can show this downhilling correctly. So we're gonna come in from your right about there. So here we go. But downhill drive, I'm gonna tap that set button one more time. But even going, that's the rating, nothing in my hands. Downhill, it'll still hold those speeds super nicely, and that's with the vehicle that would normally want to coast down a hill, or even if you're driving downhill, the weight of the vehicle will pull past the speed of the motor, and this doesn't allow that to happen. The F.O.C stuff is kind of one-to-one with your throttle inputs. Now, if you do like that brush style motor stall, you can actually add that back in. There's a throttle matching or RPM matching setting that can be turned on and off. So if you like to have it kind of bogged down when you run up to a rock, you can turn that on as well. But most of us have started to fall in love with the way F.O.C has this kind of real one-to-one ratio. All right, nothing. So this section here of Flat Rock is where we've done, I guess, the flatland racing. There's a little dirt berm on the side, but just to do some speed running. This first gear, so fast. You get an idea. That's 1800 kV once again, 11 tooth pinion gear, 3-cell LiPo. When I shift it, this is 2-speed. Ooh. Oh, the front is open, that's why. there's some high speed, some low speed, first gear, second gear, all that fun stuff. And let's show, I want to move over to position here and show the blasting of the throttle. A little throttle blasting. That's first gear though, so that's not enough. All right. Oh, the rear diff is coming unlocked. First gear and unlocked rear diff. Poor truck. Tried to get the rear locker locked up. That servo that's broken in this truck is the one for the rear locker. So I got high and low gear. I can unlock the front diff, but my rear is supposed to stay locked in all the time. It looks like that servo got a little wiggled on. Maybe I should have left it unlocked. Oh, it came unlocked again. There it is. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's been a minute since I've been over to this side of the flat rocks. And I don't know that all of my trucks have made it up here. Up here being this particular face climb. This spot has thrown me for a loop many times before. Of course, there's nobody here looking, so try like a pro. At least the camera's rolling. Oh. Tires. Get a little shift. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna hit the radio. That's not what it's going for. Look at that. Course corrected. That cruise control thing is pretty neat. Forgot all about that. I stopped using this radio with this truck a while back. That's pretty cool. Oh, dude. You guys see my new setup for bringing things to places? Milk crate on your motorcycle. So cool. Flat rocks, so cool. You got flat rocks, you got climbs, you got dirt spots, and you got water crossings. You didn't think we were going to come out here and not make sure that this one's waterproof, didn't you? No, of course not. Oh, look, somebody set some little rocks down there. There's a little rock bridge. That's cool. Kind of need them. Oh. Lack of traction. Dusty rocks. Oh. There we go. Sometimes you got to apply some throttle. We're going to skirt along this edge and zigzag down to the rocks. Or zigzag down to the water, is what I meant to say. Oh, that looks pretty straight drop off. Not too shabby. These wheels do have weight in the front wheels, not in the back wheels. These are the old original Proline beadlocks that they had. And they had those rubber band on, or the O-ring weights that went inside. So the fronts have it, rears don't. So TRX4 motor's up in the front, so we gotta go get the front in the water. I don't know if that's deep enough. We can come back. It's not deep enough. Try right here. Oh, this is nice and close. I moved the receiver to the antenna to the back of this thing, so when the front goes in, the back sticks up in the air, and we get more radio signal, hopefully. I have a sinking suspicion that this unlocked rear disc is going to cause some major problems. Shift, high gear. Oh, there's a little rock poking out right there, that's why. Alright, this should get the motor all the way underwater. There. Can you see it through the window? That's water over the motor. Take my word for it, or not. Uh-oh. Oh. I thought the antenna was going to get underwater. I always forget how much fun it is to drive your truck that far in the water until you get out there and do it again and you kind of want to start giggling. In case you were wondering why this poor truck is so clapped out, this is much of the reason why. When I first got this truck, this was the first one that I had that was like, you know, waterproof. And boy, oh boy, did we drive them in the water a lot, like every time. I'd say it's pretty waterproof. I really love how it just tractors along. Oh. Attempt at the scale trail shot with a not very scale looking truck. How slow can it go? Pretty slow. That's pretty slow. Uh-oh, I went the wrong way. Let's see. Not the way that we should have gone. So I think we're going to try to skirt down the face slowly, get to the bottom and apply some throttle. Second gear? Second gear. Oh, the tires are super dirty. This is all bad. I predict crash. Oh, that wasn't that bad at all. Shows what I know. Oh, took the stick with. That's super scale. You know what that sound means. Second gear.